over.
Oh, hey, you can sit with us.
Hi guys, and thank you guys so much for coming back this week. I hope that my little cliffhanger willed you in for this week's episode. So it's a continuance of what we were talking about last week was, the hardships of a solo esthetician. We've had to bring another episode on that one because it was so broad. We didn't feel like we covered everything.
Exactly.
And then we were like running out of time. I'm like, we got to bring it back. So I just left last off talking about how I expected to get so much support from family and friends. And I didn't. I can literally count on one hand how many of my family members have come to get facials. Literally. Now, they support my other business. They buy products.
Yeah.
But like, they have not come in to get facials. Like, literally, I can count 5. Like, one of my favorite cousins, shout out to you, Kalia, because I love you. My cousin Kalia, she's a nurse. She's busy. But she used to come more frequently, but now I probably see her like every three months. But that's still enough for me because she got good skin.
But I'm surprised that you're surprised.
I'm surprised because these are the same motherfuckers that always want to be invited to the cookout. Always want to be invited to the birthday party. Always, you know what I'm saying?
But your family is not your ideal business clients.
They are, because they got problematic skin.
But that's not the point that I try to express to both of you guys all the time. Your friends and your closest family members will never be your ideal client. Your biggest support is going to come from somebody that does not know you. Somebody that wants to get inside Mia's world. Somebody that wants to be, that just loves Mia for who Mia is. Your family and friends already know who Mia is.
Right.
They don't need to be your client to get free skincare gems.
No, but not even about free skincare gems. Because just like with a child, a business is like a baby, right?
Exactly.
It takes a village. So like when you see, I feel like when you see, like for example, if I can't say my child, or let's say Jade, right? Let's say Jade started a business. You would expect, how many of y'all is it? It's a lot of y'all.
It's a lot of us.
How many?
But also, it's a lot
of siblings.
I got 7 sisters and a brother.
Right. So if Jade started a business today, you would be texting everybody like, Jade starts selling her lip gloss today.
But my family is different. My family is very supportive.
I know, but I'm saying if they weren't, what would you?
I'd be cussing the hell out.
That's what I'm saying.
But I would not be mad.
I was gonna say I didn't have that. I didn't have that experience. My family too is very supportive.
My sisters are very supportive. My cousins, everyone's supportive. So when I was doing the podcast,
let me make something clear. I don't mean my siblings, my parents. They ain't had no choice. My mom helped me put this place together. My dad, my stepmom, they come.
So you have support.
No, I'm talking about the ones that always want to be in the videos dancing. Like I expected more from
the ones that are with the hype.
Yeah, or the ones that just always want something from me.
But why would they support you? Mia?
Because it's a business, and you want. I don't know. I just expected different. But
sometimes people closest to you really like. And I don't think like people hate on purpose. I just think it's human nature, right?
Right.
And sometimes it does come from your closest people.
But they see you have this, like, go back to what I said in the first video. They look at Mia and they see Mia has this beautiful life.
They see polka.
They see
polka.
They
and
see
like,
all
I don't
this
want to
good stuff about you going on already, and it's like, why would I give her money? She got this on the hill. She got this good man. She has all this. She has this nice car. Why would I put money into Mia's pockets when she has it? When they're the ones usually coming to you for money.
You know what it is? I don't think like that.
You don't
My
think like that.
My mind doesn't. So when I like, if somebody I know has a business, I'm gonna support it.
But that's because that's Mia's heart. That's Polka's heart.
Yeah.
That's not your family and friends' heart to think the way that you think.
But that goes back to you tenfold.
Yeah. Like, so what I was saying is like, so I was surprised. It hurt my feelings, but like I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Like not, and when I mean support me, I don't mean come get a facial if you don't got bad skin. But damn, share my post, like my shit, drop a comment.
More people, your clients will support you more than your family.
So my struggle in the beginning was that I was like, dang, I think it took for me to like, dang, I expected people to want to be like, but if I would have did a grand opening, or they would have wanted to be here for the food and drinks and all of that stuff. But not to dwell on that too much. That was like a big thing. Yeah. But also, I think you wanted to say something about followers, right?
Yeah, I just wanted.
Or did you want to share your family experience too, or no?
My family is amazing. My family is the type of family that they can come in. Actually, my family comes once a month. I block out a whole Saturday for them, and I only do it because they all come. Like my aunts come, my cousins come.
I love that.
They get anything between facials and Brazilian waxing. And I'll forever be grateful for them. Yeah. They have always been there to move me in, move me out of spaces. But what I value the most is that they never ever question my price.
Exactly.
Nor that they ever like take a price cut. Like my family will come in and would already have previously seen my my service menu, how much it costs.
Yeah.
And they would leave there and be like, oh, how much do I owe you? And I'll tell them like, I'll give them a discount because they're my family.
Right.
And then when I look at my Zelle or something, they're still sending me what my price is plus my tip.
Yeah.
Like every time. My sister, she comes gets Brazilian waxing, and every time she leaves, I'm like, don't pay me. Like,
Right.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Right.
And then she'll still send me what she pays at European, and I'm like, why are you sending me that? And she'll be like, well, I'll pay European, I'd rather pay you.
I love that.
So I'm fortunate that I don't have that experience. Even when my friends, like all of my friends are super duper supportive.
Yeah, my friends are too.
I think that's what made my business thrive.
You just triggered a thought. This is a disclaimer. I have some aunts and some cousins that haven't physically been here, but they support me in so many other ways.
Yeah, so support,
and that's enough.
Not about a dollar amount.
No,
so
not even. To be honest, I wouldn't even charge them.
And you need that.
I charge my cousins. I don't give a fuck. They do get the family discount, but I still charge. Like,
to be solo, you definitely need support. It's super, super important to have support.
So like I have like aunts and a few cousins that do support me in different ways. Like my aunt is like the one I told you. I was like, well, if we do an event, my aunt April, she gonna be love my April. My aunt Terry, amazing. Like you know, they haven't physically been. My aunt April tried to send my Uncle Mark here to paint. They live like an hour away. I said, April, I will find somebody to paint. So it's just like I do have a support system in the family.
But I
think it's more friends.
For the girls that don't, because a lot of people do, go into being an esthetician like straight out the mud. I don't have no family. I grew up in foster care. Just because you don't have support with a family behind you, you have us. You have a community of people that that have walked that are not walking in your shoes like your physical past, but are walking in your journey now. So just because you don't have support, you do have support. Go to the trade shows, hit us up. Yeah. We are the girls that support each other because we understand what it's like to be, regardless of what our backgrounds are. We also understands what it is to be a solo esthetician. I think we all
come from pretty much the same place.
Yeah.
Maybe different
hoods,
from the bottom. Definitely.
Yeah,
right.
Same places. I want to piggyback off of that and just say, like, living in a social media world, don't focus on followers or even, like, comparing yourself to estheticians. Like, everybody likes to talk about the good. They don't talk about the struggles. They don't talk about the hardships of being on their own. I keep seeing this whole thing trending of like, come with me and see how much I make in a day.
Yeah, it's like, why y'all doing
it? Looks beautiful, right? But when we talk in taxes, when we talk in money, revenue and profit, two different things.
Yes, hello.
You could bring in $1 million in revenue. That does not mean that that's what you're profiting. And people, what they're promoting is what they're making in revenue, not what they're profiting. So just don't focus on what you see on social media. You don't know. A lot of these people that have made it and they're like popular and all that, like, they've been at it 10, 15, 20 years.
Like, don't expect to just get online and then be this big overnight success.
Exactly. It can happen.
But it typically doesn't happen like that because it has to start with you doing. You do diligent educating yourself and building up that trust with people. So don't think that you got to go in there do a reel like we did. That was
because I'm not a content. I tell everybody, so I'm not a content creator. That's not my forte. I can barely learn how to work an iPad.
True, but
we know.
But I tell people all the time, I'm not a big IG girl. Like, I'm not one of that person that's on Instagram all day long. Even though I do have followers, those followers don't equate to clients. I focus on who's on my bed, who's in my treatment room, who can hit me up personally. Yeah. Followers do not equate to clients. And I think when people say, like, well, she got 50,000
in some cases it don't. Because I'm going to tell you something. I don't got no followers on TikTok, but I just got 6 new clients from TikTok.
But that's different. But you don't have no, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying,
but like, social media. I confuse what you're saying with social media.
So people say like, oh, she got 50,000 followers, but she ain't never touched a person in her life.
Right.
They might
be robots because 50,000 is crazy.
But that's the point, right? Yeah. Just like when you start to get followers, and this just goes into marketing.
Because they go up and down, up and down. If you notice, you may get like. So you go through your follower list. You can see your core followers who's been there from day one, who's commenting, who's liking, who's doing all that other stuff. But then if you notice, okay, you woke up one day, you had 7,753, and then you got 7,000. You got like 5 less than that. Those are bots.
Yeah, Instagram cleans it.
Instagram cleans the bots. So you realize that the followers will go up and down, but they are not the people that's actually putting money in your pockets.
I think the best advice would be to give a solo esthetician that wants to grow their business on social media to get people through the door is be yourself.
Yes.
Get on the camera. Be yourself. Talk to people. Talk to your potential client.
And know what you're selling.
I didn't do that in the beginning. I was trying to do reels and all types of stuff. And then I just was like, my biggest client retention is word of mouth. Yeah. Like I have one, I'm gonna shout you out, girl. I don't know if you watching this, but I got one client. Her name is Patrice. Yeah. When I tell you this lady has sent me probably over 10 people that come she's a nurse, she's amazing, and I haven't even seen her in like 6 months because she just went back to school. But the reality is, she tell people like, you got to go to Polka. You got to go to Polka. And guess what? So the way you treat, like you said, ask about your kids. Ask about, take notes. Because it's a lot to remember. I take notes in my thing when it's a new client. She mentioning stuff to me like, oh, wow, that's crazy. Oh, wow, she lost her parents. Or whatever. I'll mention notes. And I have a client who just wrote in my reviews how like, we actually cried, laughed, and pray and on my table. So like, be yourself. You don't have to be like Krista said, this cookie cutter perfect person in a suit with your arms crossed.
Girl, nobody do my taxes and anything like this.
Be yourself. Your clients will fall in love with you, even if it's just that one client. If you can make one client fall in love with an experience with you, they're gonna tell people, and that'll get people through the door.
So I want to talk about the biggest mistakes people make as estheticians.
Go ahead. Let's get into it.
I think a lot of people, they jump into this esthetician world and they don't hone in on what their
niche.
Their niche. They try to be the Cheesecake Factory. Cheesecake.
Oh my God. We have a lot of insider jokes on this podcast, guys. So sorry.
The Cheesecake Factory of being an esthetician, they want to offer wax and lashes, corrective skincare, and all of that is fine. But people need to know, like, I need to come to her because this is what she does the best. And it's hard to like really focus on being a great waxer or being a great lash girl or being a great corrective skincare girl if you're trying to bounce all over the place.
I think because our license is so broad and what we do, our scope of practice, that it's like, because in school you couldn't tell me that I wasn't about to come out here and wax. I hated waxing. No, I loved it in school. It was so fun.
I was the opposite. I was like, I would never be waxing coochies.
Oh no,
I am waxing coochies.
But see, that's good because the thing is with you is that you do bring a lot of different aspects of your esthetician license to the treatment room. However, you have came to a point in your life you took additional classes to master.
But you know what got me into Brazilian waxing?
What?
I have a client who has HS, and if you guys don't know what HS is, but it's a skin disease. Look into it. And she comes to me to give facials. And so she goes to a European Wax Center, and she doesn't really get the best service. And so from there, obviously I'm treating skin, right? And it just kind of like everything just meshed together. So it was like, why not? People get a Brazilian once a month, you get a facial once a month. Why not be a one-stop shop? That's the only reason why I even like decided to introduce Brazilians.
Okay.
But it came from the love of skin. You know, and treating someone's skin.
So I think what you were saying was like, don't just do on your niche. So my thing is, do that. Like find your niche.
Master and then add.
And then only add if it complements. Like you said, the waxing complemented the vajacials. But if you're going to spread yourself too super, super thin, and then you're doing a bunch of stuff, then you don't remember. It's hard to remember protocols when you got 50 different protocols for 50 different body parts.
And inventory. Don't get me started.
So that's what I'm jumping to next. A big mistake that people make is trying to have over-purchasing inventory, but then also try to have a supermarket full of products when they open their back bar room. And that's where a lot of people make the mistakes of going into debt and going behind on paying these credit cards back because they try to, they want to spend $25 here, spend $3,000 here. And it's like, you didn't even sell the first batch that
even
you got.
Machinery, like your steamers, your mag lamp. Like, I think we talked about this. Like, I don't even use steam anymore in the treatment room. I used to use steam a lot, but as you grow and you learn things and, you find your way of doing things, I kind of stopped. So, like, I have a big machine at home. It's like the 10-in-1 multi-function machine that I use like twice. It was way too big for my space. Then I got like a regular steamer with a high frequency and a mag lamp. Then I got a separate steamer and a separate mag lamp. That was all money that I basically wasted.
Yeah, you want to waste a lot of money in the beginning. Yeah, but that's
hopefully this episode will make you guys not waste a lot of money. I think. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I think maybe start off with a skincare line. Like if you were a new Esty, you just one. Yes. I started off with Glymed, and then I got like 2 enzymes from.
Look at me! Oh, you got money.
Oh, not at retail. I only Glymed my back bar.
But I started on retail Glymed. It's too expensive, and I know my demographic. Like back to knowing your demographic, I know that most girls can't come in and drop $80 on a cleanser, but they can pay $35 for a cleanser. That's more reasonable.
I gotta stop you there, only because I'm pretty sure your client come in Louis down, Gucci down.
But I don't count people's pockets.
I'm not counting pockets either, but I'm counting your priorities. I count their priorities.
I do count I don't count people's pockets. Here's the thing. I tell people all the time. It's easy for a person to spend $1,000 on a pocketbook. That's a one-time drop. They probably been saving up for that for months. But you got to think when it comes to cleanser, it's reading up every time you need it. So yeah, they may come in Gucci down. I may come down and Hermes down. But the thing is, I got a sponsor.
Here you go. And bye. But
She got a husband.
I got a husband. But it's easy for some people to drop, and then most people get it during tax time. It's easy for them to drop, that on a big purchase one time. But I'm talking about I want to return a client that's going to be really invested into their skincare. So when I'm thinking about that and they need to re-up, I can't tally up somebody paying $500 for all their products at one time and then their face. That's $800.
I feel so me. I'm with the shits because I'm gonna be honest with you. I have clients that come, so especially since I bought Skin Better Science.
No, I do have clients that do
high
like
shit.
that.
So I have a range. My retail is a range.
Yeah.
So I have Face Reality. Face Reality is affordable.
Yeah.
I have DMK, which is like not that. Well, it's what DMK gives you free range. I'm just say that.
Okay.
They give you free range. You can't buy
for pricing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's nowhere online. They give you free range. I heard some of my clients come to me and get beta gel, and I sell my beta gel for $100. I heard that somebody else sell it for $200.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. So it's free range. Their stuff is expensive for us to buy, so I don't go crazy and buy a bunch. Skin Better is expensive, but guess what? My clients come in, and once my clients told me, so I had one lady tell me I was like, yeah, well, this can get a little expensive. Well, why don't you just get one today? She was like, why? You see this she had on the LV earring. She was like, I didn't spend $750 on these,
but
and they're not even real gold.
Like that.
I know.
Yeah.
So I think the way to get them, it's all about communicating with our clients, right? So I'll tell my client what you get every day that you can't miss. Starbucks is it? Okay, so invest into your skin. So I'll break down the price. All right, this moisturizer might be $150, right? Mm-hmm. But it's gonna last you 4 months.
Yeah.
You divide it. Excuse me. Oh, that was a little tickle. If you divide the 150 by what's for 3 90 plus days, you only spend $1 something a day. And then
that's true.
And then I also offer treatment payment arrangements. People don't. That's another thing. Y'all can get into that ASAP.
Yeah.
Cherry Afterpay, Square offers Afterpay. I want to give you, and I'm not saying that cheaper products don't work. I'm just saying I want to give you something that I know that works. So I'd rather you spend a little bit more.
Works too.
Skincare works. I don't know their price range.
I think a good point to make is basically it's okay to range that, right? But like you keep stuff in stock, right? I know for a fact, me and Krista don't keep any Glymed. You keep Glymed in stock.
No,
I don't keep.
I only keep 2 Glymed products.
They have you have an online store, so your clients can go on there.
That's another thing. That's a big thing right there.
I love that because the clients that can afford it, you're recommending it to them, and then they go on there and they can decide for themselves and order. But I think the point is to have you can have a range of pricing. Yeah. And depending on how you're promoting it, how you're marketing it.
Yep. And for example, so once I'm on some of these Instagram, some of these Skin
Better.
Yeah, not Skin Better. Some of these companies portals, and I'm in their stuff that people will come to me because they see that I have it. So now I'm attracting those clients that have a little bit more money to play with because they want to come somewhere that they have it. Right. But if I'm only selling stuff that I can get that anybody can get, I don't like to sell stuff that any and everybody can get. Yeah. But I'm not talking about skin scrub or nothing. I'm talking about I'm talking about how we got the how Sephora has that. Yeah. I like to hear it for my convenience, but that's not something I would spend a bunch of money.
Or Laneige. Most people what did you put on my lips? And I'd be like, oh, it's right here. And like,
exactly. That's why I got
I'm not promoting it at the end of a checkout because I'm trying to take out Sephora. I'm not Sephora.
We'll never be Sephora, unfortunately.
But if people say, I like what you just put on my lips, what did you do? Oh, you just grab it from right there. I got it right there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, is when you're becoming a new esthetician, don't try to jump off the bandwagon and say, let me go open up this big account.
It took me 3 years. Don't do that.
And try to push all these products. But we was talking about keeping product on the shelf. I don't want to don't be that situation when somebody says, this cleanser got cobwebs on it because it's been sitting for months because you can't sell it.
Right.
If you don't have a good selling standpoint, you can't just be out here just trying to buy any and everything. Just to I got a back bar full of stuff. It makes me feel good when I see I'm putting a box in it, put it on the shelves, and it's going within a week.
Can I tell y'all something that I just had this conversation with one of my friends, right? The importance. All right, so we've all been to the doctor's office, right?
Yes.
We've all been to the doctor. You go there we talked about this a little bit. I dug real deep into it, right? So say you go to the dermatologist because you have a rash, right? And they're like, okay, Maria, we're gonna put you on this steroid, we're gonna put you on this cream. What do you say? Okay.
Okay, right. Thank you.
What do you say? Okay, thank you. We don't be like, nah, I don't really want to do that today. It's not in my price, even though the insurance covers. So what I learned is, because I used to be very, like, not afraid, but like I was a little timid when it came to like making people buy a retail. Because at first I didn't carry it. I did.
Especially when you tell them a price.
Yeah.
$150.
No, that fucking Glamorous, the only products I carry on Glamorous is the lip balm and the CBD mist, because my clients love it. Yeah.
Glamorous is expensive.
So you tell somebody like, oh yeah, this spray is, they like, oh my God, what did you just use? Oh, Glamorous CBD mist is $80. So what I learned is, you tell them what they need. Mm-hmm. You are a service provider. Yes, we are licensed practitioners. We're not doctors, but we are licensed practitioners. So I changed now. I looked up like, damn, my shit going low again. Because you want to know why? Because I'm telling people what they need. I'm not asking them, did you want to get new products today? Yeah. No. Okay, you want to clear your skin? Okay,
this
so
is what you need.
You need this. What, if they're using some products that sometimes I tell them like, no, we gotta get you off of that. Or if it's something that's not horrible, I'm like, okay, well, how much of that do you have left? When you run out of that, we're gonna start you on something. I'm not the type of person that, and my clients can vouch for this. I'm not the type of person that they come here and like, okay, we throwing all that away.
Sometimes I do. If you come with a bag of bullshit,
and if it's expired,
that's what I'm saying. But like, if it's bad, but like if they tell me like, oh, I just got this new La Roche-Posay.
No, I agree. Like there's certain things.
I'll be like, okay, well, use it when you finish it out, then you come in. But I learned to stop asking them like, okay, did you want to get any products today? Like, how are you on product? Guess what I say? Okay, especially if it's empty client, you gotta get it. Yeah. And then like obviously I wouldn't do that with Skin Better because they're expensive. Yeah. But they come out like, oh, what's this? And I'm like, well, listen, maybe get. That's why I see the minis up there. I get the minis because I want you to try it first. And I get my biggest thing as a solo SC. Make sure these companies give y'all samples. Give the samples to your clients, and then they'll buy it online.
Y'all see Glide Med, their samples. Like I love Skin Better because they give you samples. Yeah. I do love that, but Glide Med makes you pay.
And they're expensive.
And they be like 1 ounce for $10. You kidding? The product is $33.
The fulvic elixir is like $17 for that little bottle like this.
Are
you kidding me?
But I said Glide Med works, but Glide Med is very expensive, and that's why I don't have a full shelf on my back bar or retail because people cannot afford to pay $100 for one thing, and I know my demographic.
And when you're starting, don't focus on buying back bar sizes. Yes. Like it's okay to buy a retail.
For your back bar.
I want to try it out
until you build your clients up, and then once you build your clients up, and because we forget, but these things expire. I just cleaned out my back bar, and I literally wanted to throw up with just how much stuff I had to throw out because it was expired, and just like things that I didn't use. Like I'm talking about things that I was like, dang, I bought this when I first started.
But you know what? I recently threw out that lemon zest enzyme script. I'm like, damn, that shit bad.
I hate that.
I didn't throw it. I bought
that one time. I never bought it again.
Like I learned with Skin Script.
It went bad. It went bad on me
because you see the product.
I think it's supposed to be refrigerated.
That one, I didn't know. I was looking at it. I didn't know. It was brand new. I opened it. I said, whoa! She's like a running. I had to throw it away.
Like it stinks so bad. I forgot what I was about to say.
Sorry.
I forgot what I was about to say. No, it's okay.
Well, go ahead. You can jump in since you.
I was just gonna say, as far as another SD tip, see what I'll be telling you. Yeah. As far as another SD tip, I would just say like, and I know we mentioned this before, but if you're gonna invest in your education, don't let it just be skincare. If you're a solo SC, you need to invest in other things. I personally invest in a mentor. I pay for a mentor. I haven't paid for it in a few months, but I do have a mentor who I pay to help with my business in all aspects. Marketing, accounting, getting your shit together, whatever you name it, you need to invest in not just skin, but marketing is huge. Yeah. If you could, they even have free classes that you can take.
But they have so much free stuff out here that you have to use the resources. Yeah. Canva's free. Canva's big on marketing. But it's not free. You got to pay to get the better one, the better
But even $12 a month.
It's not a lot of money. I was about to say, but also as a solo esthetician, stop comparing ourselves to other people. Yeah. Y'all get on Instagram and you compare yourself to the Dallas esthetician. You compare yourself to whoever, and you're like, oh, I want to be like her. Don't be like her.
It's okay to be inspired.
Be like you. Like,
it's okay to be inspired.
I'm very much inspired by other estheticians because that's what drives me and keeps me going. Mm-hmm. But I never looked at somebody and was like, I want their life. Because here's the thing. My biggest quote is comparison is a thief of joy.
Yes.
You will never, ever, ever appreciate where you are in your journey as an esthetician if you keep looking
as a person.
You keep looking at what somebody else is doing or what someone else has had. Because me and you talked about this last night. One big person, we're not going to drop no names, she's always at these events. Yep. How does she have time to see her clients? Because every time you see her on IG, she's at Starbucks, she's at this, she's at that. But then at the end of the day, she posts she had this full day of clients. And you may see her for a glimpse with a client. but you don't see her with the other clients, like how we do client 1, client 2, client 3, because we're really in the trenches. We're really in these shooting runs.
Yeah, that's true.
So you cannot compare what someone else is posting 5 seconds on Instagram and say like, I want my life or I want my business to be like that person, because before we know, this person be running a Ponzi scheme.
I'm cracking up. And I will say,
laundering money.
Yeah, I will say though that like just because somebody don't post every single client, because I'll go on a day. I'll be doing good for 2 days. I'm posting, and then I'll be in here just talking. Like we be busting up. Like sometimes we laugh and crying. Some people spilling their guts on the table. So I don't always record or
that's
post.
The thing.
But you know that I'm here.
You know that we know that you're there. But there's no way you can be in Talamazoo.
Not Talamazoo.
So I think the point that I'm trying to make is that don't compare your personal history or your personal life to someone else on social media. That's my whole thing. Like, don't say like, well, she's doing all these big things. Why that can't be me? Like, because you gotta remember, it's social media. We put up time clips of our lives. Like, so I may not be there or I may not be here. So don't ever compare yourself to somebody that's on social media.
Especially somebody that's been doing it for a great deal longer.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a solo, especially if you're new. I wouldn't just comparison is a thief of joy.
How long you been in it? 2019?
Yes.
2020?
2020.
2020. So it'll be almost 4 years for her, almost 4 years for us. And I don't know about you, but I'm definitely considering myself still a baby SD.
Yeah,
absolutely.
There's so much I still
I'm
need
nowhere
to
near. And I don't even think, like I keep telling you both, I want to get away from actually be in the room with the clients. I want to go to school and get my teacher's license and open up a school. That has been my goal from day one. I wanted to do the part of
and we need that
servicing clients. But my goal from day one has been to open up a school. But I had to wait a certain amount of years before I can even go back to get my teacher's license, because I feel like no one's really teaching anybody about black skin at all, or any type of skin. Like, you're getting the really basis of it. So that's why my personal goal is to open up a school. I want to stop doing facials and get on my journey of opening up my own school.
I want to open a med spa, like a full-fledged med spa full of women, educated black and brown women. Like, I want to have nurses. I already got a few nurses that want to do it with me, but I haven't got there yet. That's why, like, I start to transition to, like, the medical stuff. That's why, like, I get the medical director. I do all that because I have to kind of get the feel for how it works, so I can be able to do it on a bigger scale.
So
what's your end goal?
You want to go back to school?
No, I said, no. I want to own it and I'm a hired nurse.
I actually think about going back to school. I only have 7 classes left to finish my nursing
degree.
In
Jersey, do you need to have your doctorate,
7 classes to
finish my
start a nursing program?
No, to finish my nursing
degree. Oh, you started a nursing degree?
Yeah, before I became
an esthetician. So in Jersey, do you just need your nurse's license to have the med spa, or do you need a doctorate?
No, you need a doctor. Like, the doctor needs to be the owner, but obviously, like, the loophole would be like, you could have 49% or 51%. Them had 50. You know what I mean? However it breaks down.
Got you.
They have to have, like, they can be part owner. At that point, but it does grow. I don't plan on opening a school, but I definitely plan on heading more into education. I would like to definitely educate other STs, not just in skin, but just business in general.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And I do also like plan to go more the medical route. I don't know how far I'll take it because I do have some debt from school. And so, not gonna lie, going back and spending more money kind of deters me.
Wow.
But also the industry is really growing. Like, there's like an aesthetic nurse is a thing, right?
Yeah.
I think that I'm holding off because it is growing. I do feel like in a few years there's gonna be an evolution of like maybe like a bridge the gap program where you can go from aesthetic school straight into medical.
Oh, you know what's so funny? I saw my client the other day.
So lit.
She wanted to get Botox, and I said, you know what Botox is? It's a rich woman sport,
and it's toxins.
It's a rich woman sport because Botox is one of those things that's not just one and done. You can't just get it one time and like, I'm not going back. Just like how golf is a rich man sport, Botox is a rich woman sport. Yeah. So it's so funny when I see a lot of nurses now going into like medical aesthetics, and they're like, oh, I want to go now and become an esthetician so I can start administering Botox. And it's like, y'all want to start doing that? Y'all want to be a part of, our world? And that's cool. But also honing on skincare as well. Don't just go to become a medical aesthetics nurse and be like, I just only want to do Botox. And then your client has all these other skin conditions.
I think any nurse that wanted to become. Well, actually, I know a nurse.
I
One
know
of my
a
clients
lot of
that
them.
just became an esthetician. She went to ST school and everything. But she don't do Botox or nothing. She loves skin so much. She just decided to do skin. But I feel like for a nurse that just wanted to do injections, I feel like do injections and refer them to or maybe have an esthetician in your practice if you have your own practice.
Absolutely. But I hold off because I do believe that there will be
a bridge
gap program where you can go from being a esthetician to going into aesthetic nursing.
Because it's all about.
I'm just waiting.
Histology.
I'll wait it out with you. Why not? We got time. Yeah. I am so grateful that we had this conversation. I know that we kind of got all over the place a little bit.
It's a very broad topic.
It is, and it's who we are. And maybe we can revisit it at another time with just like a toned, like a specific topic. Not like we went through a lot of things. Maybe like next time we'll just do strictly accounting. So let us know what you want to see. If it's like, hey, y'all kind of hit on this, but y'all didn't really go into that
but
depth and
it's
detail.
hard to like really hone in on one topic because we're all 3 different people.
No, I'm saying
so our journeys are all different. Like you may do this journey. I can't talk about financing because I don't believe in paying people back. So I can't. Everybody's not walking. No. I don't believe.
Borrowing.
I don't believe in borrowing.
No, I'm saying, but like just like so like we'll find like they say okay, I want to talk more about building your clientele. I want to talk more about
we can do
accounting.
That.
If they tell us what they want to talk about, we can make that a segment. So it's not just so all over the place. But I hope you guys got something from this. I enjoyed talking to you ladies
this was
about
a fun topic.
It was very fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, hit up them comments, and remember, you can sit with us. Bye.
Bye, guys.